Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Sirianatarot. This is going to be a singles new love reading for my dearest Taurus. Taurus, we're going to take a look at who's coming towards you in love, and if these messages resonate with you, I am going to ask that you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Just a friendly reminder, I am available for private readings, so if you're after one, I have those links down below. And also, my new pick a card reading has dropped. What are they secretly thinking about you? That will be linked to this video, and you can find it in the description box down below if you want to check that out, or if you just want to go over there and show me some love, it would be greatly appreciated. All right, Taurus, it looks like you've got somebody brand new headed your way, the Ace of Wands. All right, somebody sexy, somebody passionate. Most likely they're going to take initiative here. We see the Ten of Swords. All right, they're viewing you as the Hermit card, Virgo energy. And we see the Page of Cups. So I do think this is going to be a sweet and loving connection. And with the Eight of Pentacles, this may be somebody that you work with or somebody that you see in a place you like to go back to. So this can be a restaurant, this can be the gym, it could be the grocery store. But it feels like you see this person with frequency, right? Now, the Ace of Wands tells me this person is fiery, they're passionate, and I do feel like they might take the initiative. I also feel like they tend to see you a lot on your own, Taurus, or like when you're on your own. They could be a Cancerian, the Chariot card. Some of you, this person drives by your home. I'm not saying necessarily to check you out, but maybe like on their way to work or, on their way to the gym. This person's coming in hot. They're coming in fast. Again, I do think they're going to be taking initiative. They're going to be stepping it up, coming towards you. This person is loving, caring, nurturing. I get this is going to be like a sweet connection. And we see the Tower card. So this person is definitely going to shock you, Aries and Scorpio energy. So this person is going to surprise you, either who they are or like when they come into your life, or they come into your life in some sort of unexpected way. All right, they could have fixed energy in their chart. Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius. They're ready for a new beginning. I feel like they have I feel like they've probably been through some sort of personal loss or divorce or something like that, but it feels like they're not really bringing a whole lot of baggage with them into this relationship. Taurus, they invest effort and creativity into their personal fulfillment and wealth. They could be a Leo. There's that fixed energy. So they're positive, they're passionate, they're playful. That's that Ace of Wands energy, that fire energy. And it looks like they come from a different race, religion, or tradition than your own. So they have a different background from you. And yeah, this person's definitely got that cardinal energy, which we see with that Cancerian energy, that they're comfortable taking charge. They're confident in their decisions. They may be in a management role. Now, with the Ten of Swords, I do think this person has experienced some sort of personal loss. So it could be the loss of a family member or something like that. But with the Ace of Wands, I do feel like this person has released a lot of this baggage. Although, they could still be in mourning here. This can also indicate somebody who's been through a marriage and a divorce in the past. For some of my Taurus, this person wears braids. They might have blonde hair. Now, again, these are super specific messages that are going to be confirmation for some of you, but they're not going to resonate with all of my Taurus. And this person may be Latin or of Latin descent, or there may be just some sort of Latin connection here. Like you both studied or worked in Guatemala at one point in time or something like that. And of course, it doesn't have to be Guatemala. All right, let's see what else we want to know. What else we need to know about this person for my Taurus, please. What else do we need to know about this person? All right, so this person, they're definitely being put on your path for a reason. Okay. This person wants to date you or court you traditionally. Okay, so again, like take you out on dates, like just do things right is what I'm getting. They're hoping that this relationship will be one that really transforms into something much more, some sort of marriage or commitment or building a life together. And I kind of feel with this privileged lady energy, again, my readings are not meant to be gender specific, that this person may be somebody who didn't come from much, okay? So they may have, this is somebody who's worked really hard to get where they are. They may not have been, born with a silver spoon in their mouth, as they say. So we see that they have been extremely hurt by a loved one in the past, or they've been hurt by the loss of a loved one is what I'm seeing. They did grow up in a better than average household for some of you, okay? But again, I still get this energy of this person really having worked hard for what they have. Some of you, they didn't grow up in a better than average household is what I'm getting. They may come from overseas, okay? So they may be coming back from working overseas, or they're from another country, or maybe, their family comes from a different background. All right, and they may have an imperfection in their speech, and most likely that's because they're bilingual, or whatever language you speak with them is not their native language. Of course, it could be a small stutter or a small slur or something like that. But Taurus, they're viewing you as the Hermit card. They see you as somebody who's very wise. They see you as somebody here who's introspective, hardworking, practical. But I also feel like this person sees you often when you're on your own. So again, it's maybe you're always walking the dog and you're by yourself, or at the grocery store, or you like to go to your favorite cafe and read a book or something like that. The Six of Swords, you're going to bring this person a lot of peace. I also feel like this person spends a lot of time checking you out. And with the Judgment card in reverse, Aries, Scorpio energy, this person might be a little bit worried, Taurus, that that you're not going to give them a chance, or that you're not going to want to be in a relationship with them. Again, it could be some insecurities there. They're still going to go for it, but this person, I do feel like, is worried that either you're going to misjudge them for one reason or the other, or maybe they're just trying to get a read on you, and so they check you out a lot, but they're like, they really want to get to know who you are. They don't want to misjudge you or misjudge the situation. And I think that's why they kind of want to date, or date you traditionally, like take things slow, see where things go, even though I do think that they're the person that's dating for marriage, right? What they really admire about you, Taurus, we see the rebel energy. So they see that you, that you're rebellious. You march to the beat of your own drum. You do things differently. You do things your way. But they also see you as an angel. So they see you as somebody who helps others without expecting anything in return. But they just really just see you as an earth angel here, my lovely Taurus. All right, with the Page of Cups, I feel like this is going to be a very sweet connection. I think it's just going to be like sweet and sincere is what I'm getting. All right, what else do we need to know? This is a destined partnership. It's time to decide about this relationship. So some of my Taurus, there is this energy of a decision being made here. So maybe some of you, you're determined to be single for a while, and this person comes in, and it's going to be a big decision about whether or not you want to do that. For others of you, you might have a decision between this person and someone else, okay? Or the decision might also be like, are we really compatible with each other because we're so different from one another? And this relationship deserves a second chance. So for a select few of my Taurus, this could be somebody coming back around, although I didn't really get that anywhere else in the reading. But again, there could be a fumble in this relationship, or there could be a stop and a start in this relationship. Again, maybe your first date, doesn't get off to the best, on the right foot or something like that. All right, Spirit saying, give this person a chance. All right, so let's see what else we need to know here. Okay, we see tease. So the energy is fun and lighthearted, but it may be a little uncertain. For some of you, at the very end of this read, we are getting that an old flame returns. There's a rekindling. So for some of you, it may be somebody you've dealt with. But for a lot of you, I think there's just going to be a sense of familiarity here, Taurus. Like this person, like you've done this before. All right, let's see. What else do we need to know? Dates and times, please. You're not meant to know. So that's that Tower energy. So this is coming in unexpectedly. There have been delays. It may be happening in or by December. All right, my lovely Taurus, I'm going to leave it here. I'm sending you love and light. Take care.